Creating content is an endless cycle of planning, filming, editing, posting, and repeat. Whether you're creating content for YouTube or you're creating content for TikTok or Instagram, we all have different social media goals, but the common denominator is creating content consistently to reach these social media goals. And I'm sure we would all love to know how to create content faster. So that's exactly what we're getting into in today's video. Hi, I'm Ariana. I'm a social media strategist and a content creator, and on this channel we talk about content creation for business, social media strategy, and work-life balance. So if that sounds like any conversation topics that you would be interested in, I highly recommend subscribing, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found any of this information valuable. So I've been creating content for about 7 years. I started my content creation journey on YouTube in 2017, and now it's literally my full-time job as a social media strategist. And I also have a personal brand that I create content for that has nothing to do with teaching people how to grow their social media accounts, but there is a lot of content creation in my life, and I have figured out a way to kind of create content a lot faster because that is something that I have to do to make a living for myself. Here are a couple things that I've learned along the way that has helped me create content faster, show up consistently, and create content that doesn't take over my life while still getting 8 hours of sleep and while still getting to go out on the weekends. So the first tip that I have to create content faster is to have a bank of content. So this is specifically B-roll content. Now, B-roll content doesn't work for all niches, but if this is a thing that can work in your niche or your industry for your business, most likely it will work for any business owner or any type of business. But if you are a personal brand, or if like you're trying to be an influencer, you can figure out and get creative with ways that you can utilize B-roll within your content and within your posting schedule. But essentially, B-roll is just kind of stock video, but stock video that you make yourself. So this is you with your face in it doing random things, maybe around your house, maybe during work, maybe while you're working on your business, but things that have visuals that kind of relate to your industry in your niche and your brand. They don't have a specific concept for them. For example, as a social media strategist, some examples of B-roll content would be me opening up my tripod, typing on my laptop, me on a Zoom call. So these videos are 10-second clips, 10 to 12, that don't really have a specific topic or a specific point to them. Now, the reason that I love using B-roll is because I can use it over and over and over again. Nobody's gonna say that your content repeating, because that is not a thing. But I can also take these B-roll clips and assign them to different content topics. So all I have to do is go ahead and add some text within the Instagram Reels editor or the TikTok editor and kind of come up with a concept for the day that has nothing really to do with the actual video, or maybe it does, but I can reuse this clip and I don't have to film it in the moment. So if you create a content bank of B-roll, which is basically just an album on your phone with all of these random 10 to 12-second clips, then you will have a lot of content that you can share often, you can show up consistently, and you can use and reuse this content in many different ways. So this is a hack to kind of show up consistently without actually actively showing up. B-roll clips can also be used to kind of fit them into trends that are going on social media, or even just with any original concept that you come up with when you're trying to make a point or kind of trying to start a conversation with whatever you're posting or talking about that day. Another reason that I love B-roll and creating my own B-roll is that I get to control what the visuals look like. So I'm reinforcing my branding for my small business or my personal brand, sharing visuals that I curated myself with the intention of hooking my target audience with a visual hook. So if you are a small business owner, I'm sure you know the importance of branding, and then branding in your content to visually hook your target audience and attract them with a color palette or visuals that just pique their interest as soon as they see it across their For You page, and then they look at it and know that this is something that they would definitely be interested in, so they keep on watching. So my second tip to creating content faster is to plan your content. This is going to literally 3x your content creation when you do sit down to film, because because you know what you're gonna say. You already scripted your video, so you're not sitting there stuttering or trying to form a cohesive sentence or trying to think about what to say next or trying to remember the hook that you should be using to get your target audience hooked as soon as they find your video, or even the call to action that you curated or want to say to lead them to your offer or lead them to follow you, or whatever the goal for your post is. Planning your content will save you so much time when you are sitting down to create because of all of those things, and it'll help you create content faster because you're not guessing or creating or being creative in your mind. You're literally just putting things together, filming, and just actually creating the content without actually having to be creative in your mind. I usually plan all of my content in my content calendar or in my social media planner, and I also have a template if you want to go ahead and grab it. It will be in the description box down below, which is the same exact social media planner that I use for my content and for my clients, which I created to help me stay organized in the entire content creation process, from coming up with content ideas to planning when I'm going to film or edit them, all the way to prepping them to be posted for whatever platform I'm going to share it on. So this is the part where you are going to sit down and pull up that screenshot of all your social media hooks that you plan on trying. Open up your notes app where you have a bunch of content ideas that you write down randomly when you're at the line in the grocery store, using your brain power to come up with different ideas and things that will optimize your content before you create it, so that you don't have to think of all these things when you're sitting down to create, because chances are you'll probably will fudge the hook if you have to sit there and think of it on the spot, and your content just won't be as high of quality as it could be if you actually took the time to sit down and pre-plan everything. And again, it will help you create your content a lot faster. And the last tip that I have for you on how to create content faster is to juice your content for as much as you can get out of it. So this is basically just optimizing the content that you're already creating and getting the most out of it. I'm going to explain with an example. So as I've mentioned, I started a makeup YouTube channel back in 2017, and I am now on TikTok creating the same type of content, which are close-up eyeshadow videos. So I film about 5 different eyeshadow looks in one sitting, and that gets me 15 different videos that I can post on TikTok, on YouTube Shorts, but 15 different pieces of content from the 5 separate eyeshadow looks. Now, the way that I juice the content for each of these looks, and I'm just sitting down and filming the one eyeshadow look once, and I'm getting 3 separate videos out of it. So this is how I split up the concepts of each eyeshadow look. So I make sure to record the entire tutorial. I don't really skip any of the steps, and make sure that I get all of the content that I need for the entire look. And one video would be a mini 30-second tutorial on how to do the entire look. The second video is going to be a 1-minute long deep dive into a specific technique that has to do with whatever I did in the look. So for example, if you know anything about makeup, a cut crease, I'd do a deep dive on how to carve out your crease with concealer. Just talk about that. I wouldn't show the end result, but it's specifically about that one technique and not about the entire look. And the last video would be a satisfying part, or one satisfying clip, which is usually me kind of cleaning up the eyeshadow or cleaning up the wing, or just something really small and simple that is about less than 10 seconds long. So keeping all of these concepts in mind, I'm able to create 15 different separate videos just from sitting down and filming 5 concepts for 5 separate eyeshadow looks. So this is what I mean to squeeze the absolute juice out of the content that you are already creating. This also goes along with the idea that content repeating is not a thing. So even though I did kind of post a mini tutorial on one specific look, and I'm also posting a satisfying part of the ending of the eyeshadow look, nobody is going to tell me, oh my god, I saw this already and you need to freshen up your content. I have never had anyone say that to me. This allows me to post on TikTok 3 times a day, 5 times a week, and sometimes I don't even like to do that, and it's not consistent or easy for me to keep up with my lifestyle. So the most that I would post is twice a week, and if I do it that way, then I have about 7 days of content running for me so that I can keep up with consistently filming and creating, and I don't have to rush for the next week of content. And when I do sit down to film these 5 videos, they take me about 10 minutes per eyeshadow look. So in 1 hour I have created 12 days worth of content because I'm squeezing the the juice out of every single look. So you can get creative with the different things that you can do with the footage that you already have, come up with different concepts with the content that you are already filming. A lot of people take their TikTok videos and repurpose them to YouTube Shorts. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about creating a brand new concept with the video footage that you already are filming so that you have multiple different posts, multiple different concepts, and you can post more often if you want to, or you can just take that content and drag it out as much as possible. And the reason that I like to come up with different concepts for one singular eyeshadow look or one singular idea is so that I'm keeping the content fresh even though I am reusing the same footage. So hopefully now I got some of your wheels turning on how to create content faster, show up consistently easier, and make your content creation process a little bit more fun. If you found this video valuable, I'd really appreciate if you leave a like down below, and if you have any other video suggestions you'd like to see from me, please let me know down in the comments. If you enjoy conversations and content like this, I'd highly suggest subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!